about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
Now here's Morant, following the miss by Porzingis. They get it back. Edey gets the bucket.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, and now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
The textbook positioning there for Porzingis. Once he's established it, he's going to have the advantage and able to finish that one above.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Tatum with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Tatum's shot is off.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
And how about the catch and fire there from Morant? He's got the endless confidence in his ability.
Here's Holiday. Grizzlies with the rebound. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Wells. On the wing, Jackson. Memphis moving it around. Porzingis against Bane. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point land. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's White. Wells grabs the miss. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Jackson passes to Wells. It's Morant in the corner. Shot on the wing. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morant's got 7 points in the game. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Santi Aldama's checked in for Memphis. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside Holiday. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And here's Morant. He has 7. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I caught up with the Grizzlies head coach. He knows how much Jason Tatum can impact the game. Coach told me Tatum has improved the way he reads the game, how he responds to the defense. He's faster. That means we have to be crisp with how we rotate and send the double. Not a lot of wiggle room on the floor when Tatum is processing information. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Brown outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Outside Holiday. Lets it go from deep. Aldama with the rebound.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
Jackson. Good. And the nice assist from Morant.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Here's Morant. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Memphis. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
And Morant throws it down.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Horford with a screen on Bane. And it's Brown missing. Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. From the arc. And Bane, the bucket on the assist by Clark. Bane's got 6.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Jackson, he's checked in for Edey. Luke Kennard comes in for Bane. And Pippen subbed in for John Morant. And then for Boston, Torrey Craig comes in for Luke Cornett. And it's Tatum in for Brown. Outside Pippen, fires for 3, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Looking for Kennard, he gets it in there, and it's Clark with the jam.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
And here's Tatum for 3. It's Clark with the rebound. Memphis has gone 4 of 6 from long range here early on. 3, Pippen. The rebound by the Celtics. They need this one. Can't hit that one.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Grizzlies out in front, running away with this one. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got Horford. Torrey Craig is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Pritchard in at the point.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
First team.
Here's Tatum. Pass to Craig. From outside the arc. Tatum with another miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, DA. Thank you. Here's Clark. Good work defensively by Horford. And for the Celtics, they're shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Some changes for Memphis. Wells comes in for Santi Aldama. And it's Bane in for Kennard. And then for Boston, Porzingis is checked in for Horford. And it's Drew Holiday in for Torrey Craig. Porzingis passes to Hauser. And here's Porzingis. He's covered by Clark. Shoot from the right block. Count it.
And nice use of size by Porzingis inside. Able to practically play on top of the D.
Memphis has gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Puts up a deep three. Rebounded by Hauser.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Bane kicks to Wells. Back to Bane. Pass to Clark. Memphis moving it around. Wells in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside for Jackson. Over Tatum. That's short off the rim.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And the rebound goes to the... Grizzlies to the inside. Jackson goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And how about the strength of Jackson there? Uses it whenever he's going up inside and fighting through the contact.
There's the screen, and here's Tatum for three. Wells grabs the miss. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Grizzlies. And, you know, Stan, we've watched Desmond Bane evolve into a number one option on offense. He's always been there, but now he really is at the top of the heap.
Yeah, he sure is. Look, Kevin, you know, he came into the league as a three-point shooter, and he's a great one. But he's developed his game off the dribble, very good mid-range shooter, and he's strong enough to finish around the rim.
Drains the three-pointer.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, it'll take time. They need to keep stringing together positive possessions, and defensively, they need stops.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Santi Aldama's checked in for Jaren Jackson. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. Clark right side. Wells passes to Bane. The three from Morant. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And what a show Morant is putting on. Every time he touches the ball, you feel like he's going to score.
To the paint, here's Holiday. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Wells passes to Morant. We've got 1:23 left in the first half. Pass to Clark. Here's Bane. Wells dishes to Morant. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Celtics making a switch here. Craig's checked in. 1:09 left here in the second. Spins. There's Brown with the three. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. Bane's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's stolen by Brown. .43 seconds left to play in the first half. Craig, good.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
40 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Aldama passes to Bane. That one drops for him. Bane's got 8 points.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at him. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
And it's White missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 21. Launches from deep. Bane, no good. Inside. And White, the bucket on the assist by Brown. White's got his first basket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Fires from way outside. And so it's Memphis with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Jason, still a close one. What do you think happened there in the first half?
Feeling all right. We got to do a much better job defensively. We're not where we need to be, especially on the defensive end, so we got to pick it up second half.
Yeah, we'll see if you're more.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And get ready for the fan at They're thinking about the shot. Give it up for our contestant.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Wells, and it's Edey in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Payne finds Morant. Driving to the basket, and finished off by Morant.
Just as quick as anyone in this league, Morant can seemingly get to the hole at will.
Outside Holiday. Outside Porzingis. Back to Holiday for the three. It's rebounded by Memphis. Left side Jackson. Pass to Wells. Here's Edey. 6 on the shot clock. Morant passes to Wells. Here's Edey. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A difficult situation for Boston. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
They get the rebound. Nice shot by Porzingis.
And bringing the aggression and the energy. Two things you like to see from Porzingis.
Bane looking around. Pass to Edey. Morant outside. Here's Edey. Pocket 6. Right wing. Wells kicks to Bane. Three-pointer. And there's Wells. That's good on the assist by Bane.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
Oh, good work from the mid-range there. Tatum likes taking that shot when he can create space.
Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
He was all alone on that one. White's got 5 points so far.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Pass to Tatum. It's rebounded by Memphis. Up top, Morant, guarded by Holiday. The shot by Wells, no good. The Celtics have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. And it's White missing. Memphis has gotten the three ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Holiday brings the double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
That's a jump ball.
Jackson passes to Morant. Edey gets the bucket. Edey's got 4 points this quarter.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul. Santi Aldama's checked in for Wells. Celtics also with a sub. Pritchard, he's checked in for White. 1:04 left in the third. The three from Tatum. Boston again missing.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Edey gets the bucket.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Boston, no good that time either. And for Memphis, their shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. Pass to Jackson. Memphis moving it around. Back to Aldama. And here's Morant. Just 5 to shoot. And finished off by Morant.
And I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
And they get it. In deep, Tatum drops it in. And that's now 6 points for Jason Tatum.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bane.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And so it's Memphis, up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back right after this. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh, my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the two biggest would be this. I think, number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, you're not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just, excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. They've got Torrey Craig. He's out there with Horford. And it's Pritchard in at the 1. It's stolen by Aldama. Pass to Kennard. Open for 3. They get it back. Clark. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Craig kicks to Tatum. Over Kennard. Boston again missing. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Pippen the pass to Kennard. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Kennard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I love seeing a player pass up his own shot to create a great look for a teammate. Here's
Pritchard. Tatum with the screen on Pippen. The shot by Pritchard, no good. Here's Clark. There's the drive. And it's Clark with the jam.
Looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit.
Celtics have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Here's Pritchard, defended by Pippen. Offensive rebound, and Horford wide open. He shoots. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Memphis with the ball. It's been 13 unanswered points for him. Kennard finds Aldama. The three bangs home the trifecta.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Tatum drives in. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the middle. Pippen dishes to Clark. And stolen by Horford. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pritchard gets the bucket.
And how about finally being able to put an end to that 16-0 run by the Grizzlies?
Here's Aldama. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Pippen's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Pritchard, guarded by Pippen. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Knocks down the 3 ball.
This is why Tatum is a volume 3-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. After back-to-back 50-win seasons, Stan, last season was frustrating for the Memphis Grizzlies in almost every way.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. They went 27-55. Due to suspension and injuries, they only got 9 games from their star, Ja Morant. But they still have a lot of young talent and still a team that can be very competitive in the future.
And Memphis making a change here. Williams has checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. So, Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those 3 outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those 3 guys. That's a great base for the future.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And the other thing that stands out is just how well they have moved the ball. Everyone's touching it and having a chance to create.
Bagley, he's checked in for Brandon Clark. Both free throws good from Kennard. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Grizzlies.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Ja Morant.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on.
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
Outside, White. Rebound by Williams. And so it's Bagley with it. He brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Substitution for the Grizzlies. Brandon John Konchar.
27 seconds left in the fourth. Tatum passes to Brown. Back to Tatum. And another miss by Boston. Pass to Konchar. Puts up a deep three. Misses there. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Jaron. A young team, but you're going in the right direction. How does a game like tonight help you keep that flow?
It's progress. You know, everything is progress. A win you can learn something from, a loss you can learn something from. So we're taking every little bit of it, and you know, we're just happy to get one at home today.
It's a step in the process, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Ja Morant.
Compressor, top notch.